Welcome to Heal the World Show podcast, brought to you by the Healing Institute. I'm Parmelia Parham. I am the founder and the CEO of the Healing Institute, and we are an online worldwide platform of holistic practitioners. We really want to make a difference with health and healing completely throughout the world. And I have been using holistic ways of being well for over 30 years, so I know that it works. All of our practitioners get to the root cause of whatever issue you might have. And I'm delighted to know that we've just put a new button on the website, and it says our healing practitioners team. So you can click on that button, and those of us that are on the platform will all show up, and then you can choose who you would like to work with. Now, I created the Healing Institute and I called it an institute because I'm passionate about educating people around how to be well and how to stay well on our health journey. Because let's face it, we're all on a health journey. So let's make it a proactive one. And I had a tragedy in our family a number of years ago where my mom passed away at a very young age. She was only 61, and it was due to a complication with her kidneys because of a medication that she'd been on for over 20 years. And not once did the doctor ever mention that her kidneys should be checked because of this medication. So it was at Christmas, it was the 15th of December. I was 5 months pregnant with my son. And I say it's not only a tragedy that she passed away at a young age, but my children did not get to meet their grandmother. And I just don't want that happening for any other families. So that's my passion. That's my purpose. That's why I created the Healing Institute and why I am really passionate about educating people. And then I decided we should have a podcast and talk about wellness and healing and different modalities. And so each week I invite a practitioner to come on the website, on the podcast and talk about their area of expertise. And today we have April Wyatt. I'm so delighted to have April here. April's a somatic performance coach, and she helps people come back into their bodies so that life feels clearer, steadier, and more connected. And oh my goodness, we so need that right now. So welcome, April. I'm just so wonderful to have you here today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Permelia. It's a pleasure to be here. And thank you, everyone, either tuning in now or in the future. We really do appreciate you being here. And I just really enjoyed your introduction because I too feel the same way about having experiences in our lives and wanting to, you said the passion and that purpose, right? And it is for prevention or bringing awareness of how wellness and different aspects can help support people on their health journey, right, through life. As I too experienced something like that with my own mother. And so this is how I got into what I do, is because no one should transition before their time, and it really creates a ripple effect. And we want people to feel better, and really that helps everybody feel good as we are the ripple effect, right, in the world.
Absolutely. And I love what you said about awareness because that is so, so important. We can't make any changes unless we are aware that is a way that we can introduce some kind of wellness into our life that can change how and my mom, it was a wake-up call for me because I have put more health and wellness, holistic wellness into my life since then to make sure that I was, taking really good supplements, that I was exercising, that I was watching what I was eating. And that, it was probably a wake-up call for all of the family, but I took it very seriously. And that was being aware that she was a farm girl. She loved her buttermilk, all the things that she loved to eat. But unfortunately, it had an effect, and especially with this medication that she was on, it had an effect
Mm.
on her. So the other thing I just wanted to mention before we get into our chat is that I always like to theme my months. And so today, this month is February, so I'm calling it the Love Month. And this is actually our 123rd episode. I've been doing this for
Oh,
2.5 years. Yeah.
congratulations. Yes.
So that's very exciting. And yes, and we're going to be talking, April and I are going to be talking, and I love this topic about when the nervous system feels safe, love becomes possible. And that is, that is something that I'm a certified body code, emotion code practitioner now. And that is something that I have learned about the nervous system, about our all of our nervous system, how it works and how it impacts us. And so I'm so delighted that we are having this conversation about the nervous system and love and how that's all going to work. So, so April, tell us just a little bit about how you became a somatic performance coach.
Mm. Well, we all have journeys in
Mhm.
life, and it's really I found learning about what I don't want
Mhm.
and leaning more into what feels better for me. And so everything that I do or support my clients with, I try it on first.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I make sure that I'm not just getting this certification or this training just to say I have another credential or anything of that nature. It's more of what is it about this breath work,
Mhm.
and how can it support me? And then going into it with an open mind and curiosity, and then really discovering, wow, this is amazing. More people need to know about this. Now I want to become certified. We
Yes.
have
Right.
to try it on just like pants or clothes or something. It looks so good on the hanger, doesn't it? Right?
Always looks better on the hanger.
And then you try it on and it's like, oh, this kind of it's too baggy or it just doesn't fit right. You know, we need to try it on first as practitioners. I really want anybody listening or watching to hear that.
That
Does
is
it
so very
fit?
important. Yeah.
Does it feel right? Is this something that really resonates with me, or is it something that is coming from a different place of, oh, if I have this, then I can do this better or
Mhm.
do this more? Because really, it's all about us. It comes back to us. So that's where my journey began. It started with Reiki, and Reiki is a lovely cornerstone for
Mhm.
any holistic practice. I find a lot of people that I've met start out with
Yeah.
Reiki,
I
and then
did
it
too.
opens
Mhm.
them up. You did
Mhm.
too?
Yes, my energy teacher that I studied with for 8 years, she had us doing Reiki. And so I actually have a certificate from her that says I have my Reiki level one. I don't use it now. I mean, I'm sure I've incorporated it into what I do, but you're so right. I mean, Reiki people seem to know what that is. They've experienced it themselves. They feel
Mm.
comfortable with it. And I love the fact that you said, that we need to try it on first. And I just want to make a quick mention that with the practitioners on the website, we all have a 30-minute complimentary consultation and an introduction to what we do because we want the people that are going to work with us, we want them to be a good fit. Um,
Oh,
and
yes.
and so we offer that complimentary introduction so that they know that it's a good fit. We know it's a good fit. The other thing is that we all get to know each other. We're a wellness community. We're not just a directory. And so it might not be, someone might be interested in body code work, which I do, but we have a chat about it, and that might not be something they want. But there's the other practitioners I can say, well, maybe you might be interested in breath work or boundary coaching or like what else we have on the website. So that's how we are aligned, all of us as practitioners. So yeah, that is
Mm.
so very important to try it
It
on
is
first.
so important. I completely agree with you and how you all are are offering that support and just giving a taste, right,
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
a little sample, right, for people who are
Right.
curious about it, especially if it's something new. So yes, the Reiki, I still uh, I still embody that. Of course, once you're attuned to Reiki, it stays with you.
That's right. Yeah.
And just a little side note, last October, I held a Tomo tour, which Tomo in Japanese means friend. So I
Mm.
took my American friends, who about two-thirds of them were Reiki practitioners of
Mhm.
students of mine, and others over to Japan. And
Oh,
we
fabulous.
climbed Mount Kurama, the birthplace of Reiki.
Mm.
Sui Sensei was enlightened with Reiki there. And it was such a special experience. So that's another thing that I love to do is to bring forward different ways to connect with other
Mhm.
people, to connect with energy, to cultures, to land. And I'll talk more about that later with the Bali
Right. We'll
that I'll
talk
be
about that.
doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's how I began with Reiki. It really resonated with me. For those who aren't aware of Reiki, it is a Japanese technique, and it helps support the emotional, physical, and mental aspects. And what it does is it's the practitioner is more of a bridge from
Yes.
the life, the, the divine, the, life force energy to support people here in the material world. So this could be people, plants, anything, right? Reiki
Mhm.
works with
It
anything.
works with
And,
everything. Yes.
and it's a gentle, very gentle practice.
Mhm.
So it's very calming, easing, and it also works with the nervous system, of course.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
do offer a free first Thursday of the month restorative Reiki meditation. And that way people get a feel for what Reiki is and how I work with
Beautiful.
them, with that. So yes, Reiki is lovely. And that helped me to even open up more to other possibilities. So that brought me to sound healing. And then
Mhm.
sound healing brought me to being able to support communities and individuals. And then I decided to open my own business after working in the nonprofit. And then I discovered biodynamic breath work because as I was private contracting with a local Des Moines area nonprofit, they had a grant through the Department of Labor to work with returning citizens. So this was both men and women that had been incarcerated, and they were being released on a work program.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I was hired to go in and talk about mindfulness, talk about
Right.
breath work, talk about regulating the nervous system, because I can't even imagine what those people have been through in their life, living in that environment, very, fight, flight, freeze constantly,
Right. Yeah.
right?
They're
Not safe as we're talking about safety here and love.
exactly. Yeah.
And then giving them just a little snippet of box breathing. So
Mhm.
breathing in for, hold for four, breathe out for four, hold for four. And something very transformative happened for
It
me.
does.
I was
Yeah.
not even expecting. They just looked like, what just happened? And I believe for them, that was the first time that they'd ever experienced being in the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest, the relaxed state.
What a beautiful
And
concept for them
it
to
was,
be have that experience, especially after being incarcerated, and
yeah.
that, that
Well,
I
I was still in the correctional facility. I was in a room in the correctional facility teaching this. So even for me to be there, I evoked Reiki before I walked through the door
I'm
for sure.
sure, yes.
And
Just you
just to,
talking about it is making my nervous system
yeah,
be
just to
on
be
edge.
present, yeah, present, and also see them as people,
Hmm.
as
Yeah.
love, as the divine would see them. It's so important. We have so many judgments and preconceptions about people and who they are and what they do and where they can come from and their beliefs and all of that, that just that boomerangs back to us. We got to remember that. So when we can see people through love, as we're talking about here for the month of February, and just let that other stuff slide, then we're in a space where we can be more open and receptive and learn more about ourselves in the process. And that's how it brought me
Mhm.
to the biodynamic breath work and trauma release system. So once I was in the correctional facilities and thought, wow, there's something about this breath work, let me try it on. Let
That's
me go
right.
to this
Yeah.
training, and then I discovered more about myself. Actually, deep healing happened for me as I went through the training that I was not even anticipating.
Isn't
So
that
this
so
is,
true? When
it
you do
is.
that, when you reach out, I was a big sister for many, many years, and I really started, joined the organization to be a big sister because I needed children in my life. I didn't have children at the time, and I really wanted to have some children in my life. So I joined that organization as a big sister, and I got so much out of it that I had no idea that I was going to benefit from my little sister as much as hopefully she was benefiting from me. But it's so true when you do that. And just I'm thinking about that sessions that you were doing in the jail with these people who were now getting a work permit so that they could get come out of jail and also have something that they could focus on so that and grow. That must have been so remarkable for them to realize that, for it to, the realization that, oh my goodness, I mean something. I'm here for a reason.
Mm,
And I mean, I don't know the situations, but you can sort of guess maybe, which is not a good word, but that they got into trouble for that they because they didn't feel valued. That's what I was.
exactly. That's exactly what happens. It's that
Mhm.
insecurity, that hole, that void. And that's with anybody. I don't care if you're in prison or out of prison.
Yeah.
You know, we, that's the human behavior. If there's a disconnect
Uh,
to
yeah.
ourselves, to our higher power, whatever you believe that to be, then it's only human. Our
Hmm.
brains are hardwired to want to fill that and seeking outside of ourselves. And that's when we don't feel safe, as we're talking about safety, right? And I'm trying to bring it back to, I'm thinking, okay, I need to bring it back to the subject we're talking about here today. Because people, that's what they're longing for, is that
Yes.
safety, and love
And love.
comes
Yeah.
with that. And in a moment, I would love, if it's okay with you, Permelia, I think we talked about this before. I want to guide people through a little simple practice that'll
Yes,
help them
absolutely.
regulate their nervous system a little bit and bring them back to more open or easier space within them, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Yeah. Would you like to do that now?
Yes, let's do that now.
Okay. Okay. That's right. We don't have all day to talk here, which is we
Which you and
could,
I can
right? We
do.
could. Yeah. So it's very important for everybody to remember too, before we go into this, is there's no right or wrong here.
Mhm. Mhm.
It is just how your body's responding. Our
Right.
bodies are amazing, and it wants to protect you.
Mhm.
It wants to keep you safe. Although when we don't give ourselves a space to kind of decompress, to kind of ease, to get back into the normal rhythm, then it gets heightened and it stays more chronic stress. So just being aware of those signals of the body's communicating, You need to slow down. Maybe there's tension in your head, around your eyes, migraines. Maybe it's the back of your neck, your
Yeah.
shoulders, tightening up.
You're feeling
Maybe
all
it's your,
tight. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We
belly.
do we do really need to learn to listen to our bodies because our
Yes.
bodies are so amazing and they communicate with us.
It's
Um,
communicating constantly,
mm,
Permelia, and it will communicate until it's at a point where it can't. And that's where we have that shutdown.
mhm.
That's when you become sick. That's when chronic things happen. And it's like,
Yes.
where did this come from? This came out of nowhere. Not really.
No.
I'm just being honest here.
Yeah.
So tune in and listen. Yes, that tension, not being able to breathe easy, sleep, that tells you
Yeah.
right there. Are you sleeping too much or are you not even sleeping at all? So, this breath work is a wonderful way to ease into it and to ease that pressure, right? I think of us, our bodies, as like an instant pot, right?
Yeah.
And it's building, building, building. And then you have that little quick release valve. If you're able to just, just a little bit release it, then we can breathe a little easier. We're going to melt the outer layers of that tension. So I invite everybody, if you're wearing hats, to remove them, if you're wearing glasses, to remove them, if you're wearing a smartwatch, please remove that. Turn off any other devices besides the one that you're listening on, and actually turn your device away so you're not looking at the screen. Just really focusing here on you and my voice at this time. That's all that matters. And taking an easy breath is just looking away at the device, either at the wall, at the floor, out the window, and breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just a nice long exhale. And just tuning in to your body. What's happening here for me? There any specific tensions I'm feeling right now, as we described earlier? And you're just noticing them. You're not trying to make them go away, just allowing them to be there in this moment. That's just enough. And I invite you to take a little deeper breath down into the lower lobes of your lung the best you can. It might be supportive to place your hand there on your belly and envision an inner tube all the way around you. So as you're breathing in, you're filling up that inner tube in your side ribs all the way around to your lower back. And exhaling, just let go. You can even invite a nice long sigh. That's also movement too, a slight sound that comes from your diaphragmatic area, shifts up through your thoracic, through your cervical, and releases out. Oh, just a nice sigh. Yes, and as we're pausing here, just with this next breath, I invite you to tune in and sense where possibly in your body are you feeling a place that feels safe. Maybe it feels more open, could be some warmth there. Maybe there's just more energy in that space. It could be something as small as your earlobe or as big as your left leg. It's not second guessing it. And if you're finding it challenging to find a space within you, I invite you to bring to mind a place that you've been, a place that you felt safe, you felt free, felt open, more vibrant. And as you're focusing on this external resource or the internal resource, just noticing how your body's responding right now. Even see if there's a color associated with it. Where would that be in your body? The texture, the shape could look like a sunset. And as you breathe into your resource, see if you can just expand that a little bit more into other areas of your body that's asking for some support here today. Just nice, easy breaths. And you might feel that your body might want to move a little bit, right? As you're noticing, oh, I can breathe into this resource and just move my neck a little bit. Ease that tension. Could be even a shoulder movement. Or if your body really wants to stretch, it look like a side bend as you're breathing in, opening up the side body and exhaling, releasing that out. And I'm all about cohesiveness in the body. So you're stretching the other side, seeing if maybe this side is a little bit more tight or open as you're breathing. Opening, expanding, and exhaling. And now just a simple awareness. How is your resource responding? The sense of safety, the space that feels better. Just reflecting on the tension that you felt in the beginning. How has that shifted as we all are energy? And energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. So, this bioenergetic breath work and trauma release really focuses on transmuting that energy, shifting it, witnessing it, being present with the sensations in our bodies at real time. And when we can sit in this space right now, that is what love is. This is self love, self care, honoring even the tension, honoring all of you. And now bringing your awareness to your feet, feeling them on the floor, or if you're sitting on the floor, just focusing on your tailbone, they're rooted. I invite you to take one more nice deep breath in. Pretend that you can breathe up through your tailbone or your feet, all the way up to the top of your head. Breathing in that compassion and breathing out gratitude and love. Let's do that one more time. Nice, big, beautiful breath, breathing in that compassion for yourself and others in the world, if that's possible for you right now. And exhaling gratitude and love. Feeling and being with those spaces. And when you're ready, just slowly bringing your awareness back to this space. I invite you not to look at the device, but open your eyes, take in light, these shadows, textures, shapes. Allow that to come to you. There's no rush. Remembering your resource, remembering that safe space is always with you wherever you go. And bringing your awareness back to us. How are you feeling, Permelia?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was just so beautiful. My body is feeling very relaxed.
Mm, good. I have yet had anybody want to run out of the room,
No.
or anything like that. Everybody's just very relaxed. Also, I can't turn off the Reiki, so it's also Reiki infused. And of course, Reiki honors free will. So if
Yeah.
you were not wanting to receive Reiki, you would not have received it. So
Yeah.
that's also part of my practice. But that was just a snippet. That's just the beginning of biodynamic breath work. The biodynamic breath work is a connected breath as we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we just get a slight charge with that breath to that
Mhm.
sympathetic nervous system. And then we allow a movement or a touch or a
Mm.
sound or an emotion. And then we end um, with integration, which is like a meditation. But there's many other small parts in there, but that's just the basic of the biodynamic breath work in case anybody's interested. So now
Absolutely.
everybody's found their resource, right? Found this nervous system reset. Hopefully was able to settle in that space of love and gratitude, or maybe even just having a peaceful presence. That's perfect too.
And it was very interesting when you were saying in the practice how if your body was ready to move, and mine was like, oh yes, I already wanted
Yes,
to
please.
start to, yes, please.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, because we're so sedentary and we're focused on the device or whatever
Mhm.
we're doing. We're trained to sit still from a very young age. So this is that kind of nervous energy that comes up and it wants to move, it wants to be released, and that's okay. Mhm.
Yes, that was so grateful for you to do that on the
Oh,
podcast
thank you.
today. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think we're just about near the end. I know you wanted to share your retreat that's coming up
Oh,
this fall.
yes,
So let's you want to pull up that
I
PowerPoint.
can. I can. Thank you so much for that. And I'll share my screen. Let me see here. Make sure I have the PowerPoint up. Good. And this is an amazing retreat. If you enjoy just that little snippet of what you experienced with me um, in that restorative space. I don't know. Can you see this? Is it black? Is it
It's
blank?
yeah, it's black, but I know we
Ah,
tried it earlier and it did come up. So
can you see it now?
there it is. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people could just see all of my screen, which is okay. So
Yes.
this is at the northern shore of Bali. These pictures were taken there at the
Mm,
retreat center. So
beautiful.
this was a sunset. This is a circle meditation that we're doing here at the top. And then this is a waterfall tour we take. But
Mm,
what's really important about this retreat, Carmela, is just as you said before, it's that passion,
hmm
to go to receive more of yourself. For those who are looking for a deeper immersion, that want to explore breath work, uh, movement meditations, just not sitting still. We're doing
Yeah.
Osho meditations,
Beautiful.
which is movement with rhythm, with music. It's actually a lot of fun. And also Reiki experiences, meditations I'll offer as well. But we go out also off property and we go to this waterfall. We do a waterfall hike. It's not very extraneous or anything like that. It takes about 20 minutes to walk there, but you're walking through the jungle. You're
Oh,
seeing
beautiful.
cacao plants, pineapple plants, vanilla bean plants. You're seeing these little villages tucked away. It's a beautiful experience. Also, we have a water purification ceremony at sunrise as one of
Mm,
the excursions, and we go to this temple that's 3000 BCE,
wow.
and we experience being blessed by the local priest there and then go to the temple for a ceremony. It's absolutely stunning. If you're into history, if you are curious about different cultures, I highly encourage you to check out this Bali retreat. There's a QR code there at the top. You can take a
Oh,
picture of
yes, I see
that,
that.
or there's also a link that we will share too.
Yes.
And you're more than welcome to reach out to me anytime about this Bali retreat because this is something that I am passionate about. Bringing people together, creating community is so important. This is
Beautiful.
how we heal. You don't
Absolutely.
heal on your own.
No, no, we need our community too.
You heal with others.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Just like the Healing Institute offers. And so it's so important for people to understand that together, this is where it happens. As you have up there, I see that we get well and stay well
Yeah,
together, right? And an
that's right.
international wellness community. And this is what I love to do. Not just one-on-one sessions that I offer virtually or community gatherings, but also these retreats.
And
It
just give us the dates again. It
That
was
was
October
October 10th through the 17th
17th.
of this year.
Right.
And we do offer a payment plan option. We don't want that to be a burden or to get in anybody's way. And it's all inclusive. And the food is
Mm,
incredible. Incredible. It's all natural source there, farm to table, organic, and um, they cater to anybody's needs. So
beautiful.
yes, and it's just lovely because you're right on the shore of Bali. If you go to my website, you can see the Bali retreat there under retreats, and there's a video actually that shows the whole retreat
Oh,
center, and it's
wonderful.
absolutely
Okay.
stunning.
Well, we'll
So
make sure that we put those all in the show notes when we send
yes.
out the recording. Well,
Thank
April,
you. Thank
thank
you,
you
Pramila.
so
And
much. This is, yeah,
I just want to
beautiful.
say if there's one thing I hope everybody, walks away with is love becomes right possible,
Mhm.
right? When we give ourselves that space, allow that nervous system to relax, and we can discover more about ourselves in that process. And this is what living with intention is all about. So thank
Beautiful.
you.
Well, thank you. And, our vision here at the Healing Institute is to have a community of health practitioners, customizing the treatments for each individual person. And that's what we do, definitely with our whatever the modality is that people are interested in checking out with our practitioners. Our motto is service with love. That is our motto. So I think that's perfect for February, the love month. And we have a big ask. Those of you who are watching or listening, please tell your family, your colleagues, your community, tell them about the Healing Institute and our amazing practitioners that are available for you to have a consultation and to work with you in to with your on your healing journey, on your health journey, which we all are on a health journey. So again, you got to meet a fabulous practitioner today, April Wyatt. Thank you again, April, for being on the
Thank you.
podcast. And
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
we will see you next week on Heal the World Show podcast.